So here's lunch today. I have this really awesome vegan soup that my mom made. It's like a tomato vegetable soup with, it's almost like Latin taste, chili powder and things in it. I love taco soup. Then I have an orange and some tapioca seed nut bread. I had a business meeting that I went to earlier today. It went really well. I didn't get my run in the morning, but I'm going to do that today still. One of my favorite of the script songs, Am I Better Off Dead? I don't know actually the title, but it says at the beginning, am I better off dead? Am I better off a quitter? And the answer to anybody out there that has ever asked yourself that, because I have, is no. You're not better off. And this life is amazing. We have so much to live for and do. We have so much potential and can do so many great things if we just put forth the effort and do what we have in our grasp, what we have access to. If you're always doing what you have, your very best in your sphere, you'll reach your goals. You'll reach your happiness. Just don't stop. I'm gonna go for a run and try and apply that myself. I think I might go 5 miles. I'm gonna try and go to Utah Lake. Feeling pretty good after this first mile. I went at least 2 miles. That second mile, definitely harder than the first. Based on the first mile, I could be a pro runner. Based on the second mile, I should stop. It's either the heat or I'm just sucking at running lately. I went over 3 miles, but that's about all I got. Oh. See if I can get to 4. I know there'll come a time when I'm running and I wish it was hot, but it's not this time. Sun is having fun. I sort of got lost. I think I found my way again. So I started walking because I was a little discouraged, but around this corner here, if the bridge is there, then I'm gonna run the rest. If not, I'm gonna walk until I find where I'm at. But I at least went a full 5K, like 3.5 miles before I stopped. Although I did walk for 0.1 at the beginning. But yeah, you just have to realize like the good you did, and that's why sometimes if you set a goal that's too much and you don't reach it, you could say like you failed when you actually did better than you usually do. 5 miles wasn't a bad goal, but I needed to have water with me and not to be so hot out to probably reach it at this point. This is gorgeous. I found some water at there's that way station. I'll try and run the last mile. I keep telling myself to stop. This is sort of where I stopped last time I did this. I hope I don't. Snappers tool in the shed. I was looking kinda dumb. Finger and her thumb, shape of an L on her forehead. Yeah, running, running, running. Got 5 miles, and I think that's it. I was about to say I'm gonna keep going, but my shins are starting to hurt. I don't want to ruin anything before Saturday. 5 miles, guys. Probably a total of a half mile to a mile walked, but I'm proud of myself. I started off just wanting to do 3 miles and then decided to do more. Woo! We can do hard things, guys. This is really hard right now. In the future, 5 miler will be nothing. I think I said that about 1 or 2 miles back in the day. That's cool. But for real though, I don't know if you can see how awesome this looks down here. Take my word for it. It's a pretty awesome place to be able to run. Well, this is a familiar spot. I know I showed you this last time, but I love this little spot here on the rocks. It just is such a cool view of everything. Over there on that mountain, clear over there, right next to Utah Lake. I'm gonna buy that mountain. It's like a little hill mountain. And then I'm gonna build a castle on it, 30,000 square foot castle. And it'll be a place where people can come and have like inspirational conferences. You can rent it out for a bunch of things, and I'll have lions on my property. I'll rescue them. I'll have like a lion trainer. It's one of my dreams. And it sounds ridiculous, but it's not. Like, I know it's possible if I do what it takes. I don't know if in the long run it'll be that important to me. It's really not that important to me right now, but I'm gonna provide a lot of value for the world. That's my goal. That's one of the biggest things I learned in business school is those that provide value get paid for it. If people that are getting paid a lot that you don't think should, that just shows where the society's values are, right? If you can make people value like education or health or different things like that, then they'll pay for it. Or really any athlete, and then like a teacher doesn't. And it makes sense that we just don't value education like we should. That's what it comes down to. You can be angry about it and try and force people to change it, but you just have to make education valuable to them. It'll just change naturally. As health has become more valuable to me, I've been willing to pay more for health and do healthy things. And the health industry is already huge, but I think a lot of it is snake oil. I want to find truth in the health industry and be able to share that. There's my sermon for the day. But thankfully I'm getting a ride back. I was gonna maybe have to walk back, but I finally got through. I'm finally mailing off the ties to Andy. I'm not sure if they're all gonna fit. I think all the polyesters will. Maybe not the silks, but they're not as good anyway. We'll try and get them all in. I almost went and broke my diet, but I'm holding strong for now. I almost went to In-N-Out, guys. Not going to. For one, there's a million people there, and two, it's not very good for me. Hopefully. So, do you ever have it where if you resist some things, like I did really good and I went and actually worked out today, I resist some other things that were sort of negative. I don't know if you've had that before, but it seems to be the case for me where my mind, because it's all in the mind, right? My mind is looking for a release, some kind of release, and so if I resist in some aspects, then it looks for other ways to get a release, and then you have to resist a bunch of things. If you don't change the mind, there's always going to be something that pulls you back into the more carnal, more natural, man-based stuff. I am glad that I'm resisting and moving on. So I get home and I'm doing good, and I'm going to put some wild caught fresh Alaskan cod, and then my other option is apple pie. We made a pie, and again, I have to resist. Even I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get home and I have access to healthy things at home. Then there's pie, caramel apple pie, which is amazing, which I hopefully won't have.